Hey there everyone, how you doing? This is Angus Fairbairn of Boss Fitness, and I've got the lovely, mighty Vicky Carter joining us today for our live Boss Babe success story. Mighty Vicky, how you doing?
I'm very well, Angus. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Very good, very good. I'm excited to be rocking this out with you today because this is where we get to, uncover and sort of share different pieces of your journey from the person who you were, some months ago to the awesome, empowered and confident and strong person that you are today. So I've got some awesome questions planned so that we can sort of, share to hopefully educate and also inspire those who are listening today as well, but also just to cement in you and to help you just realise how far you've come from, sort of just your journey with me so far. But why don't we kick things off with you just, sort of saying a couple of things so we won't get into some like high-tech stuff first. Why don't you share a few key things like maybe your top 3 favourite movies and then your top 3 favourite foods as well, hey?
Oh, God. Top 3 favourite movies. To be honest, I just love the films in general. I don't care what it is. Oh, maybe something with high action-packed. Transformers was always pretty good. I always enjoyed that one. Food, I love food in general. I am a foodaholic. You just give me food and I love it. I'm definitely finding these days the healthier the better because you can have more of it because it fits in your macros and all that. But yeah, just not, I love food.
She loves food, just like me, exactly. We're foodies, that's how we do it, that's how we do it. But awesome, cool. If I was answering that question, I would have probably said to my favourite movies, I've got like a top 10, I'm just that high tech, I've got a top 10, but my top 3 would probably be Mrs. Doubtfire, he's right up there with Robin Williams at Parks recently, he's the man. Hook, another one of his. But then also what's recently joined the top there is that new movie called Chappie with the robot dudes. That one is absolutely incredible. I absolutely loved that movie. And then foods, I'm all about heavy carb dense stuff. So we're talking lasagna. We're talking another one that I've come up with. It's called chocolate fudge pudding. That one's just loaded with carbs, but it's also got Nutella in it, which is why I love it to death. And then anything with peanut butter. That's usually how I roll. But food is good. Food is good, but it's also something that's usually a hindrance to people with trying to get results. So with that, why don't we sort of delve into sort of, I guess, where you were before we sort of crossed paths with yourself? It was a little bit of time ago. Why don't you sort of share how things were back then and set the scene for those that are listening?
So, yeah, about a year ago, I was sitting on the couch on a Sunday afternoon, eating whatever the hell I liked. I'd just been to the gym that morning and I was putting on weight. I've been going to the gym since I was about 18, so I know what to do there. That's no worries. But yeah, it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then would you believe I saw something pop up on Facebook?
Yes.
It said that was an 8-week starting plan or something like that. And I went, bugger it, I'll do it. I was just in a really unhappy place and I thought, now's time to do something. And it was just right place, right time. And I met you through that.
Yeah, look at that then, hey? And that's how good old wood of technology. It's cool, isn't it? And then we found out, oh wow, we both live in Perth, and then we've met up a couple of times, so it's been cool. But with what you were saying there, like you felt, not really in a good place. Why don't you sort of just share what were some of your struggles and frustrations that you were experiencing when you were at that sort of place? How were things then?
That was just really bad because I was just basically sticking whatever I wanted in my mouth without actually thinking about what was going in there and what my results would be. Because I was spending up to 2 hours at the gym practically on a Saturday and a Sunday. I was doing at least an hour and a bit during the week every day. So I was practically training 5, 6, even 7 times a week and just getting bigger and bigger and bigger because I was always hungry and I was always just going to the fridge and then just basically sticking whatever I wanted in my mouth. And it was just, it was bad. It was a horrible place.
So how long would you say that you were in that place for? Was it only for just like a short period of time? You were just like, I don't like this, I need to change, or was it for like a decent period of time and you just sort of, dealt with it and sort of, or not even dealt with it, just kind of put it under a rug and just forgot that it was there and let it build up?
It was about a year and a half, to be honest, because we were building our house at the time, so stress levels were high. Living with my folks again, so stress levels were high. So, building the house. That was like a year, and then 6 months into living in the house, and we were just like
18 months or so.
Yeah, about 18 months, and that's when it just and then it just I saw that thing on the Facebook and I just went, yes, I'll do that, thank you very much.
And there it was, exactly. So with obviously across our journey we've covered a lot of stuff, in the fact that there's a lot to fat loss than just trying to eat healthy, which is what a lot of people put their focus towards. So what would you say have been some of your key learnings that have really just allowed you to, sort of change into the person that you are now?
Mindset is huge. If you don't wake up every morning with the right mindset of let's get this done, let's be on the right path, it gets you nowhere, absolutely, because you can go through the motions every day and stuff all will get done.
Yeah.
You've got to be in the right mindset to be able to figure it out to do it.
Exactly, yeah. So how would you rate your mindset then compared to where it is now? So let's go 1 to 10. Rate it for where it was there, rate it to how it is now.
-2. Yeah. It wasn't even a game plan. I didn't even think about it. But now we're a decent 8, 9. We're there every morning. But no, it's going really good.
Fantastic, yeah. And I think what's been testament to that is the fact that, like, when, let's just say an average person, we've got something that's called like a, I guess a test level or a standard level in terms of where our motivation and our mindset sits. So if you're just an average person who doesn't do any sort of gratitude work or any sort of, affirmation work or any of this sort of stuff, it will naturally stay low. And then every time that you have like a mini, sort of spike in life where you've got a new promotion or something cool that's come up, bam, it's going to rise straight up, but it's also going to come instantly back down because you're not used to staying in that positive state. You're just used to negativity and just being held back and having limiting self-belief. So obviously with you, because of having a lot of mindset work, your natural sort of standard point has gradually moved up and up and up. Meaning that as you also have those, cool things that happen, it stays up. Obviously it will naturally come down, but it will come down slower than the normal person, but it still will only come down to here rather than down here. And therefore that's obviously why you're continuing to, stay an 8 or 9 out of 10. And obviously, we're both only humans, so life does throw some funny curveballs sometimes. But now I'm sure you can probably relate that you definitely respond to situations rather than, react to them and turn into a negative Nancy and just, kick a tree and things like that,
absolutely.
So instead we actually, we seek the learnings that we can take from every situation as a means to be able to grow and to move forward. But, obviously you've achieved some great fat loss results. You've, absolutely nailed your time in the gym. You now obviously invest your time there because you know how to lift weights, how to progress and how to move yourself forward so that you don't, plateau. So therefore now you know how to maintain what you've achieved. So what would you say has been most valuable in terms of, like, you covered mindset? Yes. What else have you enjoyed? And what do you think have been some of your biggest wins, sort of through my coaching?
Biggest wins is learning to enjoy food.
Yeah.
And it's not just something that you stick in your mouth. It's learning to enjoy and putting some time and some effort into the food stuff and learning different stuff at the gym as well. Just learning how to, I love the cable machine. It kills me every time I use it, but I love it. It's the cable kickbacks with when you your legs.
They even hurt boys as well. I hate that.
But I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just, everything. It's been great.
It's been great. I love it. That's cool. So it means there's been lots of wins. But, for those listening, one of the key focuses that we put our emphasis on is just small wins every single day. So it's not putting, obviously we'll have a vision for what we want to achieve for ourselves, and that's fantastic, but we don't put our emotion and stuff into the small activities that we do each day. We put our emotion and stuff into our actual vision, knowing that as we consistently take action, it's the vision will sort of come to fruition as we apply ourselves. So basically a big focus on just taking action and then celebrating the great wins that we have, sort of along the way, but then acknowledging the little fails or whatever, or the mistakes as, learning opportunities to be better and to, grow forward and to, keep hustling along. And I'm sure you'd agree that's a great way to go about it, Vicky. And I'm sure you've probably, noticed that in terms of applying that into other areas of your life beyond just, healthiness and, exercise and whatever. But just specifically putting a bit of quick time into, sort of food, how have you found your relationship with food has become better? Because obviously you're someone that's gluten tolerant as well. So, for many people who are trying to just eat clean, that obviously becomes a mission, trying to, lose fat, because it then adds a truckload of other things that they try to cut out. How has it been for you, trying to achieve fat loss and rock out, what we've been focusing on while being gluten intolerant?
It's been great, to be honest. I've just been able to find that I can substitute stuff, just like making an Alfredo sauce, and normally with cauliflower instead of using all the other stuff, the buckets of the flour and the whatever. But just being able to increasing my repertoire of what I can make at home, and not just running down to the local fish and chip shop to get whatever because it's quick and easy. I've actually got the time, the energy, and I know what to do now.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
It's really been really good.
It's been really good, because obviously food's the big guns, and for me it's a big struggle. So obviously through, we've been focusing on, which is treating all food as fuel, and that it can all be used as part of, hitting results. I'm sure your actual, shopping trips have become a lot more enjoyable as well, because you're like, yay, what do I want to get? Because you know that you can actually, shop any part of the shops that you want. You can go down the lolly aisle if you want. Yep. You can go down, the whatever aisle. It's cool. Because I definitely remember, I'm sure you can relate as well, where there were times where, we stick to just the fruit and veg part and go about a couple of that bits, and then everything in the middle we skip because it's got, it's packaged, or it's in a jar, or, it's got sugar in it, and this sort of mucking around. But, now obviously things have changed, and it's cool, isn't it? So
absolutely. No,
obviously
really
now
good.
You get to move into the side of things, which is, maintenance and just maintaining sort of what you've achieved, which is cool, because this can then be carried into as you go into further phases of life, which is what it's all about, isn't it? That's what we're all searching for. But, obviously many people, they search down the means of diets and, things like that, which is a downer, but, hey, this is what it's all about. So with you, we can see that you've come from, I guess a decent length of, just sort of progress, and, just the big change and just the shift that you've gone from how you were to how you are now. So for those who are, listening, who maybe haven't had a coach before, or are used to going at it solo and think that they've got it all sorted, what would you say to them as to, why it's definitely worth, alongside themselves with a coach, and, obviously from there, plugging in sort of, I guess, me, and why you really found, my help sort of beneficial to you, rather than trying to do it in your own strength?
Because it's easier to have someone's help.
Mm-hmm.
When we've got someone like yourself that's so accessible all the time, we become accountable to you as well as ourselves, where we're not just being blasé about what's going on. And just, if for someone that doesn't really know what to do next, get someone's help, because you know a hell of a lot more than what we do about food, exercise, what we need to plug in where, what to do to help, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easier when we've got someone like yourself to be able to bounce off our ideas off. So, it's been really good and really helpful.
Exactly, that's right. And I believe that in terms of just life in general, obviously we're talking about health and fitness and fat loss here, but in any area of life, when you stop learning or stop progressing in that area, that's when you're going to stop, I guess, growth. You're going to stay stagnant. So, I myself have a coach as well, because I'm a firm believer in always learning and always growing. So therefore, you can imagine, for those listening, the big focus is on, an inside-out transformation, while also a big focus on this education and equipping you to, know all there really is to know about fat loss and not need help anymore in the future. So, Mighty Vicky's become an absolute nutrition and fat loss snob, really, as I like to call it. She's become incredibly smart and knowledgeable, which is fantastic, because that means that she's going to be able to, flow that on to others, and, won't be at the prey of just supplement companies and diet companies and stuff in the future, which, so many people get stuck in. But awesome chat with you today, Mighty Vicky. Is there anything else you want to throw into those, listening that might have enjoyed the chat?
Give Angus a go. He's really good. He is so bubbly and energetic and friendly, and he sends the love out to you all the time. Give him a go.
It's all about the love, isn't it? That's how we do it.
Absolutely.
But awesome. And for those that want to connect with Mighty Vicky a bit more, if you want a one-to-one chat with her on Facebook, she's an absolute champion of a chick as well. Just get in touch with me for the link. And if you'd like to have a one-to-one chat as well, a bit more about how my coaching works, I'd love to have a call with you also, just to see where you're at, see what your struggles have been, so I can see if my coaching's going to be a good fit. And if that's the case, fantastic. We'll welcome you into what's called the Winners Family, where we've got an awesome group of just ladies who are on the same journey and just want to become happy and confident ladies and get it done like a boss. But once again, Mighty Vicky, thanks for all your love and sharing, being open today. Let's give everyone a wave, and see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.
See ya.